What's going on, guys? I did a video about a couple, maybe like 2 weeks ago, about how I attack the cars section for the MCAT. But I also want to share another tip that I have used and a lot of my friends have also used, and it's quite as effective as my previous tip. And I just wanted to share that with you, and maybe you could try both tips and see whatever works for you. At the end of the day, everyone has their own individual style, and you just gotta practice with it, toy with it, and if it works for you, it works for you. And then once you know what's working for you, just practice it many times so you become an expert at it, because perfect practice makes you an expert, not just practice itself. So first, once you get to a passage, don't look at the questions. Read through the passage, but like skim it. Just so maybe read a couple sentences of each paragraph, or just very speed read each paragraph, right? So you just want like a general feel of what the passage is talking about. Because one of the issues I think with reading the questions first is that because you don't have any context of what the passage is about, it becomes a little strenuous to understand the question itself, because it is just like random statements that you're reading. At the same time, it's hard to retain those questions in your memory so that you can actually look for those answers in your passage when you're reading for real. So I think you should skim the passage first, so you have a general idea of what the passage is talking about, and then read the questions. Read the question, take your time, and then skim over the answers. What that's going to do is it's already in your mind. It's going to propose some possible answers, and as you're reading through the passage, you'll be able to eliminate the wrong answers, and you'll be able to identify the right answer because you've already read the answers. So read the questions, skim through the answers, and then keep doing that until you're done with all the questions and the answers. And then now read the passage very carefully. And as you're reading through the passage really carefully, you will see the answers pop up. And that way it will be pretty like 100%, you'll get like everything right. With that being said, when you are reading through the question the first time around, make sure that, let's say there's like a word that it says, oh, what does the word Moors mean in the context of the passage, right? So as soon as you see the word Moors, let's say, in that question, highlight that word, and then let's say it says in passage 2, or like in paragraph 2, right away go to that paragraph and just quickly find that word and just highlight it, so that when you're reading for real, you could actually pay attention to that word. A lot of the time it's going to say, what do you think this word means in the context of that paragraph? And then it'll give you like a couple sentences as like answer choices. Just plug in those sentences in the paragraph, and that's the easiest way to get those sort of questions right. That's all you have to do, just plug and play. Plug in that sentence for that word into the paragraph, and you'll get the feel like if it's actually aligning with what the overall context of the paragraph or the passage is, and it will work out. I guarantee it does work. At the same time, when you are reading through the questions, if you see any reference to the passage, like a particular area of the passage, or a name, or a date, something like that, right? Highlight it on your in the question, and then if you can, highlight it in the passage before you actually read the passage, so that you have, when you are reading it, you'll pay more attention to that highlighted portion of it. So once you have read through the passage for real, right, your second time after you have skimmed it, when you are now attacking the questions to answer them, I would say read the question again, and then read the answers bottom up. So start from D up to A, because you gotta think how A and C also thinks, right? They want to trap you with some wrong answers, some possible wrong answers. What I've seen is that usually like the answer is like, in the bottom half, right? So if you read from the bottom up, it's more likely that you'll run into a right answer before you run into the wrong answers. That's my take. It doesn't really hurt, right? Like, why go from A to D when you can go from D to A, And it's just like slight advantage, just a slight edge that you have over other test takers. Just wanted to share this extra tip strategy with you. See if it works for you. For some people it does. I think it is a great strategy. So guys, just to recap, skim through the passage and then go on to the questions. read through the questions and you'll skim through the answers. Then now you'll go back to the passage. Now actually read the passage slowly and pay attention to every sentence, every single highlighted word, every single highlighted sentence, phrase, whatever you have. And then go to the questions, read the question, go to the answers from bottom up, from D to A, and then answer them away as you would normally. And every time you have a question that's asking about, oh, what does this word mean in the context of this, whatever, go through the answers and plug in that answer instead of that word in that paragraph or the section of the passage, and see if it makes sense, see if it aligns with the rest of the passage or the paragraph. And that should be it. All right, fun.